After you're done watching this video, spray paint may become your new best friend. I've got tips on how to use spray paint and avoid all those drips and overspray spots. Let's get spraying. This project today I'm going to show you involves wood, plastic, and metal. All these surfaces can be sprayed, but before you buy your spray paint, check the label to make sure it can be sprayed. Always use spray paint in a well-ventilated area. Spraying outside is your best case scenario, but if conditions aren't right, then open windows and a door to ensure fresh air is entering while you're spraying. Stay out of heat and away from fire when you're spray painting, and don't store the spray paint in a hot area. I also suggest wearing some type of respirator protection. If you don't plan on wearing gloves, then you should wash your hands immediately after spraying. Cover the area where you plan on spray painting with a drop cloth. Start by wiping down the plastic, wood, and metal surfaces with a mineral spirit. After completing this step, wash the piece with a wet rag and let it dry. Using a fine grit sanding sponge around that 220 grit, lightly sand the surface to a dull finish. You'll know that you've sanded enough when the luster in areas like the metal are gone. Sanding a piece before it's spraying really helps provide some texture so the spray paint can stick. After sanding, dust the surface off using a dry brush. A large paintbrush works great. Let the piece dry before moving on. We're gonna shake this spray paint can for about 15 seconds. Make sure that you hear the marble move around the can. Don't shake the can side to side. The proper way to shake a spray paint can is up and down. The spray paint I'm using is Rust-Oleum Ultra Cover. The color is Gloss Seaside. Give that can a test spray on the side to ensure the can has been shaken well. When you start spraying, don't spray right at the piece, or else you're gonna end up with drips. Instead, start by spraying off the piece and come back across it. And don't let go of the nozzle until you're off your piece. Hold the can about 6 to 8 inches away from your piece. And I personally find it easier if you move around the item while you're spraying versus touching and rotating it. This way you're gonna avoid any marks. Overlap your spray paint pattern each time you pass. Make sure to coat the entire project in one coat of spray paint versus stages. With coat number 1 on the piece, you'll want to clear the tip of the spray paint after each use to avoid the spray paint from clumping. This is done by holding the can upside down and spraying until clear gas comes out. Typically, it's about an hour before you can apply your second coat. Let your project dry based on the label and when your project is done. I love this color of the chair. Spray paint could also be great for outdoor patio chairs. It completely transforms it. That video is coming up next.